Hey everybody! Welcome to the first episode of The Mind Rebels. Okay, I have to admit something real quick. This isn't actually episode 1. This is more just a test of all the little buttons and knobs that I get to play with while I'm doing the show, and I'm actually going to be going over a couple of different news articles we had happen this week that were just absolutely phenomenal as we go on. Now, I'm kind of disappointed because that music was supposed to be playing over the actual broadcast, so already I've got a problem that I got to try and address. For some reason, my mixer is not taking the internal audio. That's just something I'm going to have to play with later. All right, real quick, let's just make sure everybody's got the actual broadcast. All right. I wonder if anybody's even in here. Take a look at the control room real quick. Nope, can't see anything. This is awful embarrassing. I hope nobody watches this in future because honestly, I wasn't intending anybody to actually watch this except for the couple of people who I invited to check to see if this is actually going to work or not. Let's go to Voluntary Virtues homepage. Why don't you give me a link to that live event? My channel. I wasn't intending anybody. Perfect. A couple of people who I invited to check to see if this is actually going to work or not. All right, so now we actually have a channel playing, and it looks like we have all of 0 intended guests. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Well, if nothing else, I'm just going to launch into the 1 or 2 stories I had prepared to talk about today, and we're going to have a great time. The first one is actually 100% phenomenal. So earlier this week I was praying, and I said, Lord, please, pretty please, just give me a story where somebody in authority makes himself look like a complete and utter ass, and I mean that in the donkey sense of the word, in public. You know, please let this be just an utter and obvious way to show that our court system and law in the U.S. in general is just completely and utterly a fallacy and a fake, and guess what? I am unworthy because the good Lord delivered. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and watch this now. Let me explain a little bit before we go into here. This is a Florida judge who went freaking bananas, all right, on the court day before yesterday. Okay, the prosecutor, or not the prosecutor, the defense attorney gets up and is basically saying that he's not going to leave the room because he's not required to leave the room, and in fact, he gets to stand there with his defendant all he likes. The judge then proceeds to pick a fight. Now, I'm going to let you go ahead and watch this. We're going to do the screen share, and I'm hoping that some audio will actually come across, but it is freaking hilarious. All right, moving on. Going to go to my screen share. Here's the article that we pulled off of rawstory.com. I haven't seen a whole lot of other developments. I have checked to make sure it is true. However, I called the courthouse, and yeah, this really did happen. So here we are. Oh, great. I get to play